And now, what are the Marlins? What's their punishment? Bare bond spanking?
With the paddle? Barehanded.
Oh. Or like a broken, splintered bat.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again. Or for the very first time.
Well, for the very first time, Florida is in the news.
What?
Psych! Those dumb fucks down there can't get anything right. They can't even get baseball correct.
No, they can't get... Yeah, you're right. They can't even get baseball correct.
So, baseball is...
There's a reason people always play the game. It's like Germany or Florida. Or, you know, like they play these games. It's like, where did this crazy-ass arrest come from?
Now, do you know the reason why the quote-unquote Florida man thing is so prevalent?
No.
It's because Florida has some law that if you do any crime, like whatever the crime is, the information's more publicly available. So like all the crazy shit about, there was like 5 homeless people that all jumped on a car and pooped on it, and then the cops arrested them. Like all the information about that is available for news outlets to gather.
Yeah.
And Florida seems to have the most lax laws, so that's why there's so many Florida things going on. But I mean, they're still fucking it up.
I learned something today.
They're fucking it up in many, many ways.
Yeah, they're fucking it up.
COVID being probably number one with their Trump bootlicker fucking governor, and then their baseball team, the Miami Marlins.
Also bootlicker.
They probably are. There is 4 more Marlins players testing positive for the coronavirus, so that brings it to 17 players.
As of this recording, yes.
Out of time of recording. It could be up to 20. So that's almost half their club. Now, Cerny, we don't get everything right.
No.
We were wrong. Baseball did, in fact, happen this season.
We were wrong about that.
At least for now. We'll have a little bit of humble pie for this one. It's okay. I'll eat my crow.
Alamud.
Cheese craft single on top, please. Have you ever had that? You're not a cheese guy.
No, but I've seen it. I was like,
I don't understand. Right, it did scratch the curiosity factor. But now
I don't understand it, but I would probably give it a whirl just to say that I did once.
Totally. But it's a shitty craft single cheese. It's not like, this is like, some crazy like Irish cheddar or something. But with the cheese on it, I feel I'm going to need to put a little hot sauce on it now too. But that's going to really throw it off. But I think it could be good.
Tangent.
I mean, we've already taken
hot sauce. Hot sauce. Ooh.
Oh, you're enjoying it.
My mind's talking about Venmoing you. It's already empty.
I just bought a new bag of peppers, and I have. So for the fans, I have been making my own hot sauce, and I'm not doing anything secret. Like this recipe's on YouTube, has millions of views on it, and it's a hit. It's fucking good.
It is a hit.
It is.
It is a hit.
I think there's a little thing in there, toasted garlic oil. I think is kind of what brings it a little bit to the next level. But anyway, this fucking hot sauce is amazing. And I post it to my Instagram a lot. People literally message me, save me a bottle for the next batch, how much? And I've been shipping and selling them. So if you want hot sauce, email us, chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Yes. I'll email us.
Oh, dear CC, you're going to put the show account on the CC? BCC. Well, I appreciate the compliment, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. What I know we're running. I don't get to even enjoy it because my wife likes it so much. So I have to go through all the other hot sauces that are usually way too hot for her. So she can enjoy that. So another bit of martyrdom. Husband.
It's the quote pickles and peppers. That the hot sauce.
Yes,
flying out.
It's
the
on.
one I got the tell you for Will Benwell him. I need a travel pack. She want a travel pack like a small
wow. I only have one size. That nice. That's a good bottle size. It holds a lot. I think it's
it's almost empty.
Well, now you're gonna have to.
She was eating breakfast or whatever. She was like putting it on there.
Dude, eggs, pizza. Now I'm getting hungry for some hot sauce.
Pizza too. Yeah, that was it.
It's even good. It's good on Mexican food as well. I mean, it's good on everything. It's a pretty universal hot sauce. But back to the Miami Marlins with half their team getting all Rona'd up. Now, I heard tell from one stat boy, Dana, that some of these COVID-19 contractions could have come from a Atlanta adult nightclub, a.k.a. Titty Bar.
I actually, after he posted that, I did see it too.
I also saw it as well.
It is floating around there.
It's in the ether. It's out there. Has John Boy picked up on it, or should we send him this clip?
We should probably send him this clip. I don't think he picked up on it yet.
Okay.
So John Boy, take some notes. Let's say you break some news. Brah.
Breaking news. And we'll just, I mean, if you need another talking head show, we got 2 heads right here.
Let us know.
Plus the 2 heads of our penises. So the
4 heads. And we'll swing you some hot sauce.
And I'll make you some bagels, John Boy. Now, MLB, I think, well, here's another disturbing fact about all the players testing. Obviously, that's too bad that these players contracted it. But my guess is that from what I've seen of the games, people aren't wearing a mask on the field. Sometimes they have it on. Sometimes it's in their pocket. There doesn't seem to be a universal rule. Don Mattingly has with his fucking nose out of it like a fucking idiot that he is.
Yeah.
Donnie Baseball, Donnie Dumbass is what we should be calling him.
Yeah. Player, great. Manager, doo-doo.
Piss poor. But maybe he should go manage for the Dodgers or something.
I mean, he tried.
He tried and failed.
He gave the old college try. He got the boot.
And so it was also reported that before the game versus the Phillies, a certain number of players knew they were positive, and the team knew, and they still played the game. That, to me, is extreme negligence.
Silly. Negligent, silly, ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And now what are the Marlins? What's their punishment? Bare bottom spanking?
With the paddle? Barehanded.
Oh. Or like a broken, splintered bat. Okay, here's what Manfred...
One of the bats he got shaved off on.
Yeah, it's some splinters. The MLB incompetent commissioner-in-chief Rob Manfred told the MLB Network
Manfred is definitely...
Manfred. How are people not been calling for this dude's head?
I don't know. I wondered that. Like, I wish I could be that incompetent and just keep on going.
Just fucking stuff up left and right. Left and right. He said a team losing a number of players that rendered it completely non-competitive would be an issue we'd have to address and have to think about making a change. Whether that's shutting down part of the season, the whole season, depends on the circumstances. Same thing with respect to league-wide. You get to a certain point league-wide where it does become a health threat, we certainly would shut down at that point. So I don't see how if you can't field an entire team, there's no way and they canceled 8 games, or what was it? Something like that, right?
At least till Sunday of this time.
So yeah, that's almost a week's worth of games.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to add those back. So the Marlins will only play 54 games or 52 games or something this season.
Yeah, something 60, so 57 games at least. Maybe 6 games, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So
Thursday,
54, potentially. So
yeah,
then,
53.
I mean, it's pretty safe to say the Marlins probably ain't making the playoffs, but
I mean, they weren't if they played the full fucking 80. Get spot 20, they couldn't do it.
Yeah, give them a little handicap, and so that's not really an issue. But like, imagine a competitive team like maybe the Dodgers or the Angels or something, and you lose a week of games, but that means your record potentially could be better, or
sure, your winning percentage.
Yeah, your winning percentage could be way better. Your pitchers are going to be rested up. Like
Kershaw with his bum ass back. It's been plaguing him for the last 8 years.
Oh, get some fucking icy hot on that thing and man up.
Oh, hold on a second.
Oh.
Can you see a team maybe some false positives just to buy him some time?
Could you?
Because initially it's postponed. Oh. So it's Kershaw's tied back. What if we have Seager and fucking what's that ginger fuck
Turner, dude, his beard is too much. Someone needs to hold him down and
Corona beard, dude. I think we had some Corona tests. Positive. Buy him a couple days.
You think
some? Never mind. Negative. We were wrong the whole time.
A false positive.
Kershaw gonna start.
So Kershaw out of 60 games, he has about 30 starts.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. They do have to test a bunch. They have to have 2 negatives to come back, I think.
Yeah.
So that could possibly delay. But that is an interesting thought.
If a certain percentage of your team, we can't fill a roster. We gotta wait. Just start doing that shit. I can see baseball.
Yeah,
it's just the whole. I'm gonna come out and talk to the fucking pitcher, maybe argue with the umpire to buy myself some time.
Right, get that pitcher an extra five throws in his arm.
Yeah, in the bullpen.
Yep,
get them all loosened up.
Get another lip of cha in there. Now
challenge to play, even though I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna challenge to buy myself some time. Yeah, just stupid shit.
Yes, it's I think that's what makes the game so beloved by folks like you and me, and so hated by laymen's who have no idea.
Exactly. Because then, the people have no idea, why are they doing this? This is ridiculous. But then we appreciate it because it's playing
the game. That's
called skirting the system, my friend.
Yeah. Speaking of sort of skirting the system, the Houston trash can banger Astros. I absolutely love, and this is a free plug for the Astro Shame Instagram account.
You're welcome.
Which, you're welcome. First one's on the house. Basically, it compiles all videos that have to do with talking shit on the Astros or Astros getting hit by pitch or fights or anything, any negative stuff against the Astros. It's going to be on this account. Now, a few days ago, we had the Dodgers-Astros, so a rematch of the 2019 World Series.
2017.
Oh, 2017. Wait. And that's when they had the trash can stuff.
Allegedly, yeah.
So, so allegedly. Thank you, sir.
Allegedly.
Our lawyers would like us to mention allegedly a few more times. Allegedly, these trash can banging things were happening, and this pitcher was all over the zone, didn't have command of his pitches, so he just said, fuck it, I'm going to just start throwing behind motherfuckers.
Yeah. This is the same guy, if anybody knows, was warming up, doing some bullpens in his backyard, and broke his window.
Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, same guy.
How does someone hold a job throwing a ball at the highest caliber if you're missing your fucking screen?
He missed, he had a 10-foot fucking screen.
Yeah.
He missed it and broke his window at his house.
And then he still posted the video online. Which that's curious.
I would never fess up to that, especially if I was a pro pitcher.
Right. Hey, it'd be great. What if I humiliated myself in front of everybody? Wouldn't that be funny? Anyway, this guy Joe Kelly threw at these people, and then there was some
shout his name. We're so seclusive for all right, Joe Kelly.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, people know who it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a secret.
Or at least Dana knows, and he's listening, so we can count on that. So there wasn't, the bench is cleared, but then there was this kind of funny thing, people running out with their masks on, but everyone kind of
a weird what is it, unsportsmanlike conduct thing this year?
Right, because is there more severe penalties for fighting this year?
It's I think it's this is where I get it wrong, but I believe it's a 10-gamer, which is a sixth every fucking season.
Well, he got suspended for 8 games. For
did?
yeah. Did you see that? Oh no, you were hiking.
I was out hiking.
You're enjoying nature. And
I was in nature.
He was
enjoying. We'll talk about it later.
You're inside. Highly debatable. He got suspended for 8 games, and the manager, Dusty, right? Dusty Baker.
The Astros.
Oh no,
Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts got suspended for a game.
Oh.
Now there was some chirping going on by other major league players saying, you're going to suspend somebody who didn't even hit anybody 8 games, but you're not suspending the team that cheated, allegedly. So there was a lot of head scratching going on with that kind of stuff too.
And I think they did the Dodgers a favor because Joe Kelly is a crapshoot. Look at last year.
I mean,
he would look great, and he would look like 4 games where he looked
garbage. So that's how he has a job then. Streaks of brilliance in between turds.
It's like, oh, he throws 98, great. You know, he would have a slider, looks great, and then he'd have games where he's like 98, but straight down the fucking middle. You know, one of those.
His slider was pretty filthy though, but in fairness to Joe Kelly,
it was.
But yeah, it's just it's going wild. Have you been watching many of the games?
Yeah. I watched, obviously not today, but I watched some Giants games, a little bit of the A's too. So I just want to see because they keep tooting the fucking A's horn, so I want to make sure it's legit. But
you had to check. You had to validate these claims.
I had to validate
these outrageous claims.
They're legit.
Who's kind of the favorite for this season for the shortened season?
Well, it's always the Yankees, right?
Of course.
The Yankees are favorite. Nationals because they pick the best pitching staff. Dodgers, obviously,
Of course.
Did you watch any of the Dodgers Giants games?
No.
Oh, dude, good. Save yourself some time because I never stopped vomiting.
I saw in the thread, Dana goes, "Well, the Sharks sucks." I'm like, I think Stern and I have been beating on this war drum for quite some time.
They were talking about it. The Dodgers were like the best lineup in history. Yeah, it was just nonsense.
Oh, it's on ESPN, is it?
Yeah, oh yeah. So it was like
A-Rod.
What's this fucking A-Rod? Yeah, they were talking some shit. And it was just every day was something or other.
I thought I read somewhere that A-Rod is not going to be really doing any Mets games because he has a bid in to buy the team.
Yeah,
with his sugar mama J-Lo.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, do you have the checkbook with enough room for all the zeros?
You have
the
big cardboard one, the oversized one. You should give to the lottery winners.
Right. Do you have the big cardboard checkbook? The one if you
in the closet, man. What do you need?
You're trying to flex. Where's I need a Sharpie. Who should I make this out to? The Metropolitans, is it? Or what's your legal
city
name?
New York, or what are we doing here?
Queens. Where is this? And is this?
Do I write in a ballpoint, or should I get the calligraphy pen out?
Or the big feather quill? I think would be a good touch.
To write it in blood or ink? What
make it out to cash, or what should I put on the the memo line here? Washed up ball club.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Do you take Venmo or you have Cash App or anything like that? We can
PayPal.
PayPal. Yeah.
What are you going to?
I mean PayPal.
I heard that what's his name? That Tesla guy.
Musk.
Elon Musk. Yeah, I think that's what his name. I heard he has PayPal, right? So that must be a popular app.
I think. Yeah. I have. And I don't know why. Do you ever get joy in kind of like? I think I'm to the age now where I enjoy sticking it to my parents.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah. So I sold something for my mom on Facebook Marketplace because she didn't.
Oh yeah,
she didn't even know about. She's like, well, I was maybe gonna put it on what I'm like. I'll just handle it. It's sold. Sold for $200. I said, great news, Mom. $200. I said, do you have PayPal or Venmo or whatever? She goes, well, what? You already know where this is going, right?
Yes, I do.
And she goes, well, no. Do you have a checkbook? I'm like, Mom, I haven't written a check in, I don't.
So
when was the last
I got
time?
a ticket.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Probably a couple checking accounts ago. So
Yeah, I think the last time I wrote a
5 to
check
8
was when I was remember I got a ticket for parking on your street when there was the street sweeper. I got like a $4 ticket.
That was
That was the
of my
last
existence.
check I ever wrote. The city of San Francisco wanted a check.
And well, you should really have a checkbook. And I was like, well, you should really have Venmo or PayPal. She's
Check it,
like,
mate.
okay, touche. Well, yeah, that's what I thought, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
So then she finagled a deal out where her hairdresser accepts Venmo. So I sent the money to the hairdresser. So now my mom is like a couple haircuts worth of credit with the hairdresser. I'm like, hey, that's not a bad.
All right,
You
let's
know,
work around.
you made it work.
I appreciate that.
I appreciated that. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, this is her name, and like, sent, clearly my mom doesn't know anything what's going on, but it all worked out.
I can accept that workaround.
And I don't understand why. I guess I do understand, because the money they're not able to really, or they don't understand that PayPal's just like a checking account,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think it's like it can get hacked and like
Right. They think that,
stolen,
anonymous,
and it's
or,
like just out in the open, like everyone can read it. I don't know what the fuck they think.
I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that baseball is interesting. Now, are we thinking I'm a bit of a pessimist this year, I will admit. I'm not sure that all the proper infrastructure and processes are set in place for the season to actually be completed this year. I think at some point there will be a halt. 14 players.
No,
I don't know.
Heart doesn't want that to happen.
Right, because this would be the worst case of blue balls that any of us
Yeah.
have ever had in quite some
Oh,
time.
I thought that we were striking there. It was like we saw like 4 games. Now we're going to cancel the season. That is the worst footballs.
That is.
No, I think personally, I think we will probably. I don't know, because I think they will try to finish it like no matter what. But if we get to like,
You don't sound very confident in whatever you're going to say.
because I'm thinking about like the postseason, like so we'll get to the postseason, that'll like start right when it just like really flares up again when it gets cold and like the.
Oh.
And it's just like, I'm afraid that that's going to be like the domino.
Okay.
That's like what, September or so.
Yeah, like that might be the last straw kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think.
it'll just because like at least like the best thing of the Marlins thing was the team they played, the Phillies. It didn't happen. Like there was nobody that tested positive, and it's like, okay,
Right.
well it's just basically a round up between one team. We could shut it down, but if it's like in the fall where it's like, well, the Giants and Dodgers, now it's between those 2 teams, and then it's like then it starts spreading, and then you see it starts running through several teams, and then you're fucked.
Then it's over. And then what happens when teams in Game 40 are out of it, like probably the Giants will be? Why are you going to risk your team playing games? Can you just kind of forfeit these? Or like, what's going to happen with that? Or are these, as the season goes on, these players that are more veteran or more seasoned players are going to be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Risking my life.
Why
Peace, fucking deuces, and just take off. Like, do what Buster Posey did, but halfway through the season.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
So
I don't know. Like I hope that it plays out, but I just don't know. I don't.
And the NBA starting up here pretty soon as well, and they have a very good system in place with bubble, like this whole concept of a bubble and everything. That you can't come in or out of the bubble. You have to do certain things. You probably can't be going to titty bars in Atlanta with your teammates.
Yeah.
Which I understand how much infidelity is down in the MLB. These players are like, man, I haven't cheated on my wife in
500%.
like 9 months. What am I doing? I haven't had some strange in almost half a season.
Not one slump buster.
Not one slump buster. Not one fucking Hooters Hummer in the urinal stall or something. So
No.
these players, I don't know. Maybe
What
that's,
life is that?
yeah. Well, I think the NBA, I would hope that they're taking notes on how not to fucking run your
What not to do?
what not to do during a pandemic. Just take the old man fraud playbook and run with it. What a fucking dunce, that guy. When's his what's his situation, like contract?
I was like thinking about the other day. I was like, how long is like a contract for a police commissioner? I think he's fucking Commissioner Gordon, for a baseball commissioner.
I don't. I'm looking right now. Contract. Here we go. Oh. This is going to be too hard to find quickly. Bud Selig said. Oh, he had a few minutes. What am I looking at here? Scott Van Pelt in 2009, so this is 11 years ago, said he choked on his vomit when he heard how much the MLB commissioner made. Van Pelt would later apologize, though Selig had a few million reasons not to be offended. Oh my
He was
God.
horrible too.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Selig in 2007. Now, this is 13 years ago. Do you have any
Yes.
guesses?
$3 million.
$17.5 million.
For doing what?
Holy
Handing out a couple trophies.
Wow. So now Selig's new salary in 2009 was $19 million. So that was about the same as what Barry Zito made that year. Oh my God. Can you that seems grossly overpaid, right?
Yeah, because I don't know exactly.
Unless he's getting crazy bonuses on rev share, unless he's getting some rev share bonus from all the owners, that would be the only thing that I could see. But I don't like Manfred. Oh, here's Manfred's salary.
So 19 mil in 2009 is worth almost 23 mil today.
Okay, Manfred has been rumored to earn $11 million annual salary. So he took a pay cut.
He did take a pay cut.
35%.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I take a 35% pay cut of that amount of money.
That, yeah. I mean, obviously, if I'm trying to start somewhere.
I mean, I don't think he has to worry about like if his fucking Comcast bill is gonna bounce his rent check or not. But you know,
No, I'm sure those words are in the back of his mind.
no, he has none. When does he?
I'm sure his accountant can handle that for him.
Yeah. So I know, Bob, you really had your heart set on that other yacht, that 72-footer. Now, I know you took the pay cut, the 35%. Pretty generous of you. But we're just not going to be able. You're going to have to just be okay with your 2 yachts. You can't just add that third one on yet. You'll have to wait a little bit.
But Bud had 3. What am I, a peasant?
Well, but also, invalidated the whole All-Star game. He just made it not. He just let it be tied.
This one counts. Remember that slogan?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Manfred, he negotiated MLB's first drug testing agreement with the MLB Players Association in 2002. In 2013, he led the Biogenesis scandal. He was promoted by Bud to be the chief operating officer of the MLB.
Oh, so he's a Bud protege.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
turds birthing turds. And so 18, yeah, all of his, the owners extended his contract through 2024.
Makes sense.
So, when there's this owners versus players battle that always happens every 6 to 10 years in the MLB,
Yeah.
I'm never on the MLB side. I'm
No.
pro player. Fuck the
No matter how much mud they sling at him, like, look at these greedy players trying to make. They already make multi-millions. They can't get any more.
Like, look at the billionaires trying to just nickel and dime.
What you make?
Exactly.
See the tax returns. Let's see the tax returns.
Let's see him. Let's see him. Well, it's good that Rob Manfred has limited the pitching mound visits. I mean, that's really speeding the game up. Really helping the flow of the game.
And put that the 2-minute timer between innings. Like
really efficient.
Anybody hears that.
But then he has nothing. Didn't they do this some analysis on that? And it turns out the games are actually longer since he instrumented these rules.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous. It's like.
And if you're watching a game, you're not like, man, I wish this was 7 minutes shorter of 3 hours. Like, I mean, it's already one of the shortest sports.
I think they did like this. Some test where it's like football and baseball, and actually football is longer than baseball.
Oh yeah, because they have.
But it's like
halftime.
because the action, because like baseball, there's a lot of standing around, from time to time.
I mean, at least 7 players are.
Yeah, so I think it's like we said earlier, like we appreciate it because we played it, we understand what's going on. So maybe it needs to be more of a educational process with the fans than anything else.
Do you remember when I feel like probably when we were in high school or college, there was that big push for like inner city baseball and in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico and all these ones and like, inner cities to have more players because they're like, oh, we don't have any black players in the minor leagues anymore. Like this is down way huge percentage. I'm like, yeah, if you make baseball more accessible to you kids, they grow up with it and then they'll learn to respect it. And you're just like fostering longer, deeper fan bases. But who are we, Cerny? Who are we?
Couple
of fucking
jamokes.
slapdicks here.
Yeah. With the mics on our faces.
Yeah. We're non-John boys. That's who we are.
John Boy, listening. You know where to reach us.
Maybe just like
gmail.com.
we can do a pilot episode or something.
A test run. We don't have to air it.
Maybe like 1 or 2 seasons. We could just ink something real quick. 2 seasons.
2 seasons practice run.
Yeah. Just
see how the chemistry flows.
We'll see how it goes. We could fire up the mics pretty quick. And I got my hardline connection in, so there's no more lag on the Chip and Cern show. There's no lag. It's fucking
Not
crystal
one
clear.
stitch.
I could see Cerny's pores on his face.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Well, Cerny, I am going to say, again, with the pessimistic attitude, I don't think the season finishes. And I might be served another piece of humble pie come October.
So I'll be devil's advocate, and I'll say we do finish. We're gonna have some bumps in the road, but I think we finish.
Do you think all 30 teams finish? Or is there going to be a team that just doesn't fucking limps across the finish line with like, we cancel the rest of the season pretty much?
I say all 30 finish.
So if you have if half your team's out, that means you're bringing up half your team's full of scrubs from the practice squad, right?
Oh yeah, you do.
So you're not going to be competitive. Even if those are your best AAA players, they're going to get fucking worked.
Yeah, you're right.
They're going to get worked. But
I'm still saying it. You got to finish.
Okay. Well, that's you. You're allowed your own thing. Your own thoughts.
Doesn't make me a bad person.
Except it does not. Well, who do you think Manfred's favorite team is?
Oh, the fucking Yankees or Red Sox, one of those two.
Growing up in upstate New York, Manfred was a fan of the New York Yankees.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. It was going to be that or the Red Sox. That
Yeah,
was going to be
it's
my
just-
guess.
That's the only two that's ever come out of the commissioner's office. It's those two.
Well, didn't Bud try to act like he was a fucking Brewers fan or something for a minute there?
Yeah, something's ridiculous, but he was always the Sox and the Yankees. They were always like, they were just thrust upon our face every prime time they could do it.
ESPN just constantly skull fucking their audience with Red
just-
Sox Yankees matchups.
Oh yeah, possible. It was always like,
Oh, yeah.
the possibility of a fight.
Yawn.
Bad blood. Starts doing that shit. It's like, get out of here with that shit.
Did you know that the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth to the Yankees in 1918? Yeah, we fucking have heard that one a few times.
Smash cut to Pedro Martinez throwing Don Zimmer to the ground.
Putting that old bastard where he belongs. Is he dead yet?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
He's been dead at least for 10 years.
really? Let me see.
Look him up.
I'm
Don
looking it
Zimmer.
up right now. I'm on the Wikipedias. He's been dead for 6 years, Cerny. Very good, 2014.
Oh, so close.
He was not a very good player. He batted 235, 91 bombs, and 352 runs batted in.
Not very good at all.
In 11 years. His last appearance, Washington Senators.
Oh man. Wow.
Wow, he was so
Fucking
old he
Warren-
played on the Brooklyn
Warren
Dodgers.
Spahn on the hill or
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, who'd you play against? Satchel Paige in the Negro Leagues? Oh, he also coached the Expos. Well, he coached a lot of teams. He coached the Giants for one season.
Must
Rockies.
have been before his time.
He coached the Giants in '87, so we weren't really
The year of her birth.
yeah, we weren't very into baseball then. Well, I am enjoying that baseball's back, but I wish it could just be
too.
handled a little bit better so that maybe, come late August or September, there would be a fucking bee's dick of a chance that we could make it
Yes,
to a
that's
game.
true.
Just a little, just a nut hair of a chance. But there's no chance that's happening
No,
with the way
it's
shit's
just-
going right now.
It's just poorly mismanaged. But it's just poorly managed. But
Piss.
I'm holding out hope.
Poor.
Gotta have hope.
Piss poor. Well, if I don't know, what should we put the call out for our fans to send us stuff that they
Do you agree or
always,
disagree?
We always
Let us
ask.
know what you think. If you don't give a shit about baseball, you want to talk about football or basketball or golf or fucking bowling, just reach out to chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Now, I don't see how football even gets off the ground. There's too much close quarter contact and basketball.
Anti-social distancing if I've ever seen
Yeah,
it.
you're just slamming a bunch of brutes into each other.
Yeah.
Well,
So I have no idea. I'm interested in that one. I saw the preseason's already been canceled, but
they're
we'll
off to a
see.
good start then.
yeah.
Well, send us your thoughts, like Cerny said, to chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Or reach out to us on social media.
Yes.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
There.
Anything Chip and Cern Show.
Anything. Just look it up. We'll be there. And make sure to be wearing your mask. Wash your hands and your dick and your pussies
There you go.
and everything else. And until next time,
Yep.
I'm Chip.
I'm sorry.
Cheers.